Alright, we're gonna try this in English. 6:47 a.m. The alarm clock in your room does its best to keep you from missing your first day of school. The radio is a present from your mom. It's her clock radio, something she still thinks of as cool. A smooth and oddly smoky feminine voice slides out of your radio. Salutations and good morning, Massville High. It's 6:47 on the Scripps Monday morning of the rest of your life. A new school week is starting and we have a few groovy transfer students join the herd today. That's you, one of the groovy transfer students joining the school today, mid-semester. Let's show them a traditional Massville High welcome, some light hazing, and a general indifference. This is Oriana Graves coming to you from Massville High's own private radio station. Free Radio MH 96.3 on your dials in a 5-block radius around campus. As if it wasn't weird enough that the school was built on an old Air Force base. Now, cool cats, I'm gonna stop giving you all the scoops on the Daily Jive so I can make sure that I can make it to class. The rest of you should do the same. A sleepyhead ends up dead. The way she hits the word dead sends a shiver down your spine. You check the clock, 6:50. Classes start at 7:30, so there's actually time for some more shut-eye. Hit the snooze! 6:59 a.m. You don't even remember hitting the snooze button, but your clock radio blares now. Class is a lot closer now, but if anything, you feel more tired after snoozing. Get up or snooze again. Snooze again! You hit the snooze button again. There will be plenty of time for school when you're done sleeping. Your dreams about battling naked mud women in the Thunderdome is interrupted by lightning splitting the sky. It's just your clock radio blaring as loud as it can. 7:15. Finally get up. You don't really remember getting dressed, but it must have happened because you're on your way to class. Passing through the main campus on the way to the class, you think you see someone on top of the old control tower. Yep, there seems to be a girl up there. Is she staring at you? Staring up at her, you don't see the man who walks right into you. Professor Evans. Oh, shit! Depending on which time you go to school, it's a different outcome. Oh. Out of my way, young man! Watch where you're going! This is Professor Evans. He keeps on going, but not even stopping to see if you're okay. Sorry about him. He's very stressed. Professor Evans, went up. That was Jill. She's she's the nerdy type. She has a white lab coat, but a blue blouse. Short, mid-long, brown hair, brown eyes, oval glasses. She's a student, but she's also assistant looking. A younger girl, looking like a student, rushes after him. It wasn't so bad. You just got bumped, so it's easy to... Oh! Smash! You just turn in time to slam into another student. The young woman had been half running along, holding the diorama up and out, and it's clear that the diorama took the brunt of the attack. It had probably been a wind farm before the collision. Now it looked more like a diorama of a smashed bunch of cardboard and plaster. Oh no! You're probably going to be late to class as it is. Stop to help her, don't be late for class. We didn't stop to help her. You bend down to help her pick up the pieces. I don't even know how it crumpled like this, but I thought it was sturdier than this. Let me help you. Oh, thanks. A true gentleman. Despite how annoying it must be to have her obvious class project smashed, she seems very happy to have the help. The two of you collect the very sticky and very broken bits of plastic, cardboard and plaster. What did it used to be? I'm new in school. Do really people say things like I'm a true gentleman? I'm going to say I'm new in school. You're one of the new transfer students, right? We're both supposed to be in French class right now. Batty Bouvier's so weird. I wish she would teach class. Instead, she's always just talking about, I don't know, pointless things that bore everyone. I think I fall asleep in her class more than any other. She takes a deep breath and stares at the broken wreckage of her work. This is horrible! As the two of you stack the debris up, your hand bump. She look away as they do, as if not wanting to meet your eyes. Well, mostly horrible. Yeah, she has band-aids, colored band-aids, pink and light blue, all over her hands and fingers. She seems to hurt herself a lot, but she looks very pretty, very girlish. She has a huge rack with a golden pendant, a heart shape on her around her neck. The smile you get from Patty makes this momentary embarrassment from having crushed the diorama worth it. Madame Bouvier, bonjour! We have a new student who got lost on the way to class. Everyone, meet Marmotte. He's very adorable but very sleepy. He's the new transfer student. Oh, that's our nickname? Marmotte? That's groundhog. You don't know what Marmotte means, but your guy sense lets you know that the class is full of cute girls and they are already amused by the nickname. Not in a good way. Please don't call me that. S'il vous plaît, ne m'appelez pas comme ça. I won't be late next time. S'il vous plaît, ne m'appelez pas comme ça. Oh, well, as you ask so nicely en français, very well. Now please take a seat and make sure I do not hear from you from the rest of the class. You hear a small wave of feminine giggles from the class as you find your seat. Worse still, the only open seat seems to be the middle of a bunch of cute girls with mean smiles. Thankfully, the girl with the diorama comes in a few moments later and pulls attention away from you. Ah, Madame Bouvier, I'm so sorry, but my diorama got smashed and I need to fix it. Can I just go to the library or something instead of? You take the chance to disappear into the class. The girl spends a bit of time trying to argue fruitlessly with the teacher. The class is interesting, but the teacher spends so much time talking about the art and philosophy of France, she doesn't really explain anything about the French language. So it's more about French culture class than French language class. Interesting. The bell for the end of French class finally goes off after what feels like an eternity of facts about French cinema, or whatever the French new wave is. However, just as you think you're about to sneak out, aha, new boy, may I have a word? You look pleadingly at the girls in class with you. Some of them give you soft smiles, but they all leave very quickly so as not to get caught up in whatever this is. Now, I know you're new to Masville High, but we take things like truancy and lateness quite seriously here. You've heard the speech before. While her accident might make it a bit more novel than others you've heard, it's more of the same straighten up and fly right kind of spiel. Perhaps it's poetic, but by the time you make it out of French class, you're running late for your next period. The halls are all empty as the short period between classes get ever closer to the next class's start time. Whoa! However, you cannot stop when you see something that you've only seen in cartoons and TV show. A bow coming out of a locker? A person getting out of a locker. Surprisingly curvy girl manages to squeeze herself out of a surprisingly small locker. She's wearing a fedora hat and she has her press card attached to the ribbon of the hat. Oh, salutations! Obviously surprised, the young woman quickly faces you head on and stares you down as if you are the one being strange for staring at her. You're one of the new transfer students, right? Trapped by the politeness of society, you nod. Great! Let me interview you. Get your fresh perspective on this strange school. You slowly piece together a few things. One, this girl was inside the locker by choice. Was she spying on people? Two, she's clearly at least partially insane. Who does that? Three, you're going to be late to gym class if you don't get going. Stay and get interviewed. Don't be any later to gym than you have to be. Shit. When I come in time, that never happens, but now I'm being full of choices. Okay, I'm gonna stay and get interviewed. Okay, you can ask me a few questions. 2 points! As the new transfer student, are you part of any outside group secretly trying to look into the goings-on at mysterious as it can be this campus? Wait, you mean like an undercover cop? What do you mean by some kind of government spook? Like some kind of vigilante. Okay. Undercover cop, government spook, or vigilante? Oh. No, because vigilante works on their own. Obviously, I was talking about more of a conspiracy. Okay, so undercover cop, among other things. Okay, let's try the other choice. The military used to own this land. I'm sure you didn't miss the air control tower. Yeah, we see this. Oh, okay. So if I go, if I arrive in time for school, I can give an explanation of what's going on here. Should I do that? Since it's the first stream in English, I think that I need to. I need to. Oh, I cannot rewind any longer than this. Wait, can I? Oh. Okay, so this is the timeline when I arrive on time. I go here, I go here. Right now I'm here. This is weird because it says that it's gonna connect to bumping into Patty, but that already happened. This is weird. Okay. I cannot change timeline. Okay, we're gonna continue see where this is going, but I'm probably gonna have to redo the whole thing. As the new transfer student, okay. So undercover cop give me more points. Why would cops be on campus? Like I said, this campus has some strange things going on, and I Bao, an 18-year-old superstar reporter, will crack the case. She strikes a bit of a pose, as if expecting someone to take a photo of her, but no one does. Why were you in the locker? Eavesdropping on people. She doesn't break the pose, even as her smile fades. Before you can ask a follow-up, the late bell rings. And I'm off to make sure my next class isn't Bao stuck in Saturday school. Not even since to be a little self-conscious about talking in the third person, the exuberant young woman is off. You had to PE as well, you're a bit late, but the teacher doesn't make a big deal about it, he just tells you to find the team with the least people on it and joins them. Okay. Okay, so that thing doesn't happen at all. Okay. So I know where this is going on, I know this is going on. So yeah, basically, this school used to be a military air base for the Air Force. A lot of buildings have been remodeled, but the only thing that they never touch is the control tower in the bottom corner, right here. It's like weird. All right, so let's go improve Bao since we're at it. Bao and Patty. You decide to hang out with Bao while she works on her stories. So what are you working on? A real humdinger of a story. It's about the top rivalries at our school. Well, it's a whole series I've been doing. Massville High's massive rivalry problem. I haven't gotten the name of the series yet, but I have 2 pieces done and I'm working on it before about Vivica and Jill. 2 of Massive High's best students that have been at each other's throat for weeks. She checks her note. 1 week, at least. I've been following it for a week. I think it went on longer than that. Vivica, Vivi, as the source prefers to be called, thinks that Jill is being taken advantage of by her science teacher. She's probably not wrong, but she's also jealous. Okay, what is Jill working on? Why do you care about all this? How much eavesdropping do your work take? You don't even want to know how much time I spend in the lockers writing down what people say. How much time? I mean, I don't think I want to know either, because I'm not sure. It's more than 0 on a given day. People say all kinds of things near their lockers. She pulls out her notebook. Bao is such a creepy eavesdropper. Oh, let's skip that one. One thing I hate about is how Bao... Okay, skipping that one. Evans is onto something big. I honestly think this could have a dramatic change about every kind of medical research to do with degenerative conditions. That was Jill on... She checks her note. Last Tuesday, by her locker. If there's one thing I dislike, is someone who takes advantage of the power they have over people who don't have any. I think the key to cracking this whole case is wide open. Bao bites the end of her pen as she gets an intense look on her face. Is finding out what Professor Evans is really up to. After, she gets a bit of a far-off look. This school's a powder keg, and it is giving off sparks. You feel the silence after that go on for a moment. Somehow has to douse it before it's too late. Not along like what she said was cool. Oh yeah. Only 1 point. She gives you a devil-may-care grin. I'm going to eavesdrop near the teacher's lounge. Keep your own ears out. She gets her stuff together and heads off. You get another point. Okay, let's go with Patty then. You go to the library to have Patty with her diorama. Yeah. Patty seems to have dismantled the diorama entirely. She's examining each pieces looking for something. What are you looking for? You've broken it more. How can I help? Okay, I'm gonna examine. What are you looking for? In all this mess. Evidence! Okay. Evidence. Patty nods. And keeps looking. I'm looking for evidence of this. The rabbit rat. Rodentia rabidus. The rabbit rat is a distinct species of rodent that inhabits the diverse ecosystem of Eastern Europe and Asia, sharing similarities with both rats and rabbits. That's not what rabbit means. That's so funny. Just saying that, okay, a rabbit rat is actually a species of its own. Sorry. This animal exhibits unique physical and behavioral traits, setting it apart from its distant relatives. In the scientific community, it has attracted considerable attention due to its peculiar size, appearance, and adaptability. The rabbit rat is characterized by its striking resemblance to the common rat, Rattus norvegicus, in terms of physical appearance, but with a size comparable to that of a rabbit. Oh, it's a rabbit-sized rat. Adult rabbit rats, typically 17 to 24 inches, an additional 30 centimeters, which is between 8 and 11 inches for the tail. And the distribution and habitat. The rabbit rat's natural range spans Eastern Europe, found in countries such as Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan. The species are adaptable and including forests, grassland, wetlands, and every region's temperature, though can survive extreme climates. Rabbit rats are primarily nocturnal, rest during the day. Their social groups exhibit strong communication, body language, scent. Rabbit rats are known for their create, navigate, adapts to the new environment. Diet. Omnivores, fruits, vegetable diet contributes to their areas, are known farmers' reproduction, producing days, meaning of life, 4 or 5 babies. Alright, got it. Shows a crazy picture of an evil rabbit rat. I think this rat states mark, see? Oh. So you think that your diorama has been sabotaged by a rat? Patty holds up a piece that has some odd scratch mark on it. Looking at what rat back marks looks like in the books, he has... maybe? I don't think it is. It looks pretty close. I'll help you find more evidence. If you find anything, you have to tell me. I gotta know. You look through the pieces and you find a weird brown one. Is this something? Oh, that's, Patty taps the book. You see it looks like it's a rat dropping. Yeah! There were rat droppings in your diorama? Gross! Patty laughs in sort of chipmunk-like ways. He tosses the turd away. That proves it! Nothing leaves rat droppings besides. She stopped for a moment, obviously for dramatic effect. Rats! Patty looks at the marks again. Really gross rats! She motions to another dropping. It seems to be sticky green color. Even grosser than normal! So now what? Could have been just brown dirt. The rats must pay. Okay, so now what? We found it. We stopped the rats. All of them? Yes! How dare they do this to me? So what's your plan? I don't know yet. But I'm going to find the rat that dared to destroy this thing of beauty. Prove that I can show the teacher and be like... She motioned the mulch that was once her project. That evil rat destroyed my diorama! I will say to the teacher with my best teacher face. She makes a pretty good teacher face. Then she points directly at you. And you're going to help me. Please? You give a bit of a shrug, but it seems enough for her. Now I need to find a book on rat catching. Patty doesn't find her books just yet, but it's clear her intent is real. Oh, I have another bonus thingy here. Okay, I picked two of the gyms during the break. Kim seems to be mostly using the PE gear to play around. At first you thought they were playing dodgeball, but they just seem to be doing lots of things with the balls. Mostly throw them at each other. Hey, new kid! The PE teacher calls out to you, then checks his notebook. Right, didn't give you your name. Why do I always get last week's sheets? Did you know we won 3 straight state volleyball championship? Do you care that what I have to say, or are you just talking to talk? The coach does not even slow down as he talks over you. His practice of shouting down teenagers is clearly top-notch. I wanted to be 4 so badly. Alicia, she's my chance. She's the key. If only she wasn't so volatile. He turns and stares into the trophy case. There seems to be an empty spot next to the 3 other trophies. I need this. I need this to make sure people remember me after I'm gone from the school. They'll look into this trophy case and think, that coach got 4 of those. You don't have anything to add, though you do wonder if he's having a midlife crisis. Whatever you do, new kid, don't get into teaching. It seems good. Summer's off, steady pay, get to hang out at school all day. No one notices, no one cares. Sensing that none of this is pertinent to you, you back out of the gym slowly. Alright. History class. Greetings, class! Hey, that's the PE gym teacher. You look around the class in the double take as the PE teacher seems to be at the front of the room. No one else seems surprised by this, and you assume it's normal. Written on the board is the name Mr. Cogswell. You assume that it is the PE coach. History teacher, that's probably their name. If anyone can open the book to, Vivica, page 306. Is that where we left off? No, but it's a good starting place if we're going to actually get through the subject matter before the standardized tests. Yeah, okay, who wants to start reading on page 306? VVQ, nobody asked you. Vivi just sticks her tongue at Alicia, it seems friendly. Okay, so just because I never arrive on time, I didn't get a proper introduction of all the girls I can date. But they're all here. Oh, it's not open because I didn't get any points. I never got it properly introduced to them yet. Okay, so I got Bao and... Oh! I got investigation points and relationship points. Okay, so the relationship points is for the romance and the investigation points is for figuring out what's going on in the school. So they all have key elements to figure out what's important. Okay. I dig that. Okay, so Patty, At first glance, she's a really girly girl and a damsel in distress. She is the daughter of the local sheriff who is overprotective and believes that she should find a husband at the nearest church. This attitude has somewhat rubbed off on her as she would like to have a large family to cook for and lead a calm life with. At the same time, she has a keen eye for details, she's inquisitive, and she worries about her grades too much. While she tries to be kind and nice, that sometimes backfires. She was raised with guns around her and she knows how to use them. She frequents the local shooting range with her dad. And Bao, inquisitive, at times annoyingly so, she gives off the vibe of a 1930s reporter. Fedora with a press pass tucked behind the headband, camera hanging around her neck, the whole 9 yards. She appears to be living in her own world, often exaggerating the events she writes about and sprinkling them with a touch of sensation. It doesn't matter if the story is to be published in the school newspaper or on her own blog. She's desperately trying to find a conspiracy and often jumps to conclusion without any reason to do so. Alright, so now we have 2 characters locked down. The rest of the period is just people taking turns reading. However, you keep being distracted by giggling, shifting sounds. However, whenever you look back, it's just Alicia and Bao sitting in the back corner. You can't shake the feeling that they're doing something interesting with one another whenever you're not looking. Class ends well before you actually see anything, but you thought you saw them rubbing legs under the table. They might have been kicking each other, but your young teenage mind prefers to assume the most erotic possibility. They're obviously murderous lesbians who will kill their teachers and escape to Canada. Class is over? Are you okay? You look like you're drooling. Patty breaks you out of your daydream, and after you wipe your face, you shuffle off of the classroom. This is so funny. Okay, so I got a thing with Patty, I got a thing with Bao, and other points of mention. That's the gym, that's science class. Okay, I'm gonna go Bao first. You get lunch with Bao. Okay. So, you notice that she's not looking at you or listening. She's staring at people across the way and she seems to be reading lips and writing down what they're saying. Reading what she's writing will kill him. The body is in coup d'etat, mystery. You don't think she can read lips. You eavesdropping, can you read lips? Some people don't like it when other people are nosy. Okay, I'm gonna ask, can you read lips? I'm hit and miss on it, but I've been training myself. I'm getting better. She writes down Tantine, ghost house. You don't know if she's getting better. Nosy dyke! A nameless student just flipped her notebook out of nowhere. Yo! The person walking past slaps Bao's notebook out of her hand. Terrified of your own sexuality, child. Bao shouts after them, but they don't really act and keep walking. They don't react and keep walking. She picks up her notebook again and clears it off. Sorry. I'm not afraid of who I am. She turns to you and you're not sure why, but this seems important to her that you know. I'm bi, for the record. I'm just a coward. She shouts coward really hard at the person from before, who throws up a middle finger from across the way. Okay, so they have a relationship. Yeah, she's doing the finger as she walks away. Menu today: breakfast, sandwich, french fries, toast with jam, vegetable mix. Steak, beef steak $5, pork steak $4. Some people just can't handle the fact that we're not all afraid of ourselves. So what about you? What are you interested in? Mostly into boys, mostly into girls, mostly into, whatever. I won't say mostly into girls. I get that. I really do. I just think that labeling yourself as one thing, this or that, is, I don't know, people are people. We connect and we be. I think people are very interesting. I also think they love to get away with things they shouldn't. She goes back to eavesdropping and trying to read lips. Okay, so I think what happened, like she used to have a one night stand with that girl that we just met, and they hook up, and that girl decided to break up with her. Probably, and then like it's like, yeah, you're a lesbian, but you just don't want to admit it. I'm bi and I'm not a coward. That's what they're going for. This is my interpretation. Sorry. Science class. Your first one. However, things are chaos. Everyone, this is Jill. Everyone, can you please open your book to page 303? You are the girl, page 303, everyone! The PE teacher blows his whistle loudly, getting the chattering gaggle of kids to quiet down and focus up. Okay, now we're working on... We're working on the basic chemical reaction lab. It's actually on page 306. The tone of their voice is unmistakable. Yes, okay, turn to page 306. The temperature in the room drops about 5 degrees. You heard the brainiacs! Page 306, get to it! We'll be going over some basic chemical reaction. Everyone is going to need to put on goggles and know how to use the eye wash station. The eye wash station is over here. Holy hell! What kind of thermal torture device is this? It's for washing your eyes if you get something in them. I'd rather lose my eyes than put them in that. Whew. Yeah. Vivi was sitting right next to you. Wait, are you her lab partner? She huffs and talks low enough that probably no one else can hear. A student teaching the class. It's ludicrous, especially when she's so frazzled for helping out with Professor Evans' special project. She can barely keep herself together. Evans is taking advantage of her. Jill's smart, but she's not smart enough to see that. Is the PE teacher an idiot? Mr. Cogswell? Vivi looks over at the PE teacher. He's running the eye washing machine. Seriously, this thing is just no good. It looks like it's designed to scoop your eyes out like ice cream. I wouldn't call him an idiot. She gives you her best diplomatic smile. Okay. So we're supposed to be doing this. She points at the book. It looks like a lot of words and colored image to you. It's horrifying. However, I think I want to try something like... She flips forward a few pages. It looks 6 times as scary. There's so many colors and things. Wait, is that a skull and crossbone warning? So we'll need... Here, put on these goggles. Put them on. You put on the safety gear as Vivi does the same and start to gather and mess with chemicals. It looks like something out of a cartoon. She talks while she's doing it, but it's hard to keep up with. So, as this is a base, we need to be careful. We don't want any volatile reaction. So can you hand me the next one? Step 31, it's over there. And the pink chemical, the green chemical, the clear chemical. I'm gonna go with green. Vivi takes it, pour it carefully into what she's working on. Wait, this is... It's at that moment that we realize she's been pointing at the red chemical. You hadn't even seen it. Oh well, what's the worst that could happen? There's an explosion! Thankfully, it's one made mostly of foam. It comes gushing out of the container in front of Vivi. Ah! She stumbles back right into you, foam going everywhere. Both of you fall and the world goes dark. Oh, come on now! Get up, you two! This is such a mess! This better get cleaned up and the school's going to blame me! You can hear just fine. You can't see, but is there foam all over your goggles? You reach for them, but you find something else. Warm, soft, and... Hey! She's on top of you. You realize this. You have a moment where you realize that she's sitting on your face. Hold very still or shove her off. If I shove her off, all the points I have with her is like, okay, I'm gonna go with. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with the lover one. I'm sorry. You hold very still. It's nice, warm, and just a good place to be. Eventually, though, she managed to get herself off and jumps up. The world returns. Vivi discovering what looks like some kind of foam standing in the middle of class. Everyone is staring and laughing. Eventually, you both get to cleaning. That's what happened when you go off book. Vivi doesn't say anything back to that, so she's too embarrassed, but she clearly wants to. By the time the mess is all cleaned up, the bell rings. On the way out, Vivi doesn't look you in the eye. Sorry, I should just have made you knew what I was asking for, but, did you, like, never mind. She rushes out of the class before you can ask what she meant. But she liked that. Oh, okay, so either we can go at the diner with Bao. Okay, so it's either Bao with Alicia or Patty and Vivica. So I'm gonna go there. You decide to head back to your dorm. So there's a new character. It's like a young ginger student or teacher, young teacher, walking with a cane, holding some sort of document, talking to Professor Evans. On the way back, you see Professor Evans. He's irritated, almost shouting at a man walking with him. Sparks! I don't care what your concerns are. I started this research for you, so you better... He notices you and immediately stops talking, instead just watching you until you walk off. He doesn't seem like a very nice guy. You make it home. Well, to your dorm room, which is going to be your home for at least as long as you go to this school. It was quite a day, but maybe there's a place for you here. You're tired, so... You see something move in the dark outside your window. Taking closer to you, you see it's a small animal. A rat? The rat stares at you for a moment. It looks weird. You don't know why, but that rat sends a shiver down your spine. It crawls off into the night, and then there's just darkness. You're probably just letting things get to your head. Try to get some sleep. Okay, go to the next time loop. Because that's the end of the demo. So now we have, let's try that again. So this is the girl from the radio. I think her name was Lorraine. Apparently she built a time machine. Something has to change. So we're going back to 0. Okay, I'm gonna try the very late approach. See what change. So we're gonna hit the snooze. 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 Class can wait. You want to return to the depths of dreams and land of the mud women. The dreams goes weird. The mud women turns out to be demons. They have your face. They're ripping you apart. And no, who is that? It's your crush from your old school. She's going to save you. Her hands are so soft and you're kissing her. You always wanted to. Knock, knock. There's a pounding at the door. There's a feminine quality to the loud knock. Barely you put on a shirt and answer the door. Huh? The teacher, Miss Beauvoir, standing in the doorway is an older woman. You know a teacher when you see one. Bonjour, mon beau. Shouldn't you be in class? French is your teacher from your first period. You must have slept through the start of class and she came to get you. I don't go to the school. I lost track of time. Isn't it Sunday? I lost track of time. That much is quite clear. Come with me, mon beau. We'll let it be forgotten this one time. Teacher is fairly nice about it. At least you can be pretty sure she isn't an overly strict teacher. Come along now. Your grip is firm. It's clear you're not the first student she's physically dragged to class. Bonjour. New student got lost on the way to class. Everyone meet Mahmoud. Adorable but very sleepy. I won't be late next time. You had better not be. Please take a seat. Make sure they're not hear from you for the rest of class. You have a hair small from giggles. Bunch of cute girls. That's the girl with the diorama. The bell for the end of French. New wave is blah 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 blah. Okay, so the same thing happens. Okay. I want to rewind now. Or maybe try the other encounters, because I meet all of those. Then I need to get to that. The lunch with one of those. Let's see if I can get all the scenes. Don't be any later for gym than you have to be. Okay. I'm already late for gym. I gotta go. That's what they all say. You think you can feel her checking out of your ass as you run off. She's checking my ass. Okay. Oh. You actually make it to PA class on time, though changing into your gym outfit takes you a bit, so a lot of kids are already doing things. As you walk onto the gym floor, you hear a woman shout, "Get out of the way!" Which gets you to look directly at the volleyball that bounces right off your face hard. What is worse, you make squeaking sound like a little girl. Now everyone is laughing. I told you, get out of the way! Did you not hear me, squeaker? Oh, is that the nickname? In French is Grouch. They call me Squeaker. Let it go, get in her face. Angry with rage, you march right up to her. What was that? My killer, Spike. There is no defense other than your face, apparently. I bet your face could stop a lot of things. That really hurt. Are you calling me ugly? Was I? Very loudly. That's enough. Both of you apologize. Shake hands. Find the team. Grape's very strong too. Sorry the ball went wild. Our apology sounds genuine. Got another volleyball in the head. Thought I said get out of the way, Squeaker. The grin on the shush face is friendly. So is her tone. Takes a moment to realize the ball hit softer than the first one. Passing through the main campus of the PE, everything seems to have gone pretty... Oh, and then we have that. Stop to help her. Sorry. I'm new in school. This is the library. This is the lab. Oops. Oh no, it's the shop class. This is shop class. I don't have a lot of choice here. Okay, let's try the tower. You think you see someone up in the tower. After climbing up the ladder, you are for some reason a little surprised to see what it was. Not just your imagination. Oh, Ariana! Oh, I like the view. Kind of like Alicia. Only I like going at the sky. Mostly can't see it from the ground. Not really. She doesn't look back at you as she speaks, which is a bit weird. You are not sure how to respond. That's what you're going to ask me, right? Why I'm up here? She finally looks back at you. Yeah, probably. Sorry if I'm bothering you. You always just say what you think people want to hear. You say, yeah, sorry if I'm bothering you. You're not. So you don't want me to go? I don't really care much one way or the other. She goes back to looking at the sky after a few moments. Why do you like looking at the sky? Because the sky is full of mystery and wonder. It stretches out in every direction beyond our comprehension. I don't understand why people do anything else. She goes back to looking at the sky after a few moments. I don't believe crazy things, no matter what people have told you. She goes quiet for a moment, but you're pretty sure more is coming. I'm not crazy. I don't believe in magic or God or anything silly like that. There are UFOs, though. What's this? Ah, another. I mean, the universe is so big, that's just fact, and there are crazy government conspiracies. You can read all about them as they get declassified online. The Roswell thing was actually covering up for a crazy nuclear bomb listing platform. So, like, these are just facts. I'm not a crazy person. There are objective facts about our universe and our world. Have you ever seen a UFO? What's your favorite conspiracy? Have you considered... Oh, what's your favorite conspiracy? Favorite? Maybe the Black Knight satellite theory, because I'm pretty sure it's real. That's an alien satellite that's hanging above one of our poles. NASA's covering it up. It's real, look it up. She stares at you with an intensity that's a bit off-putting. Enjoy the view. She walks past you and climbs off the tower. You can't help but admire that it's indeed a nice view, that of a school and the sky. This is gonna happen anyway, so might as well trigger it right now. Okay, so Patty. Okay, I'm gonna go with Patty. What you're looking for? How can I help? Take a seat. I'm looking for evidence of this. The rat. Looks pretty close. Yeah, I think so too. Tell me if you see any others. She looks to the pieces one by one. I put so much work into this, I can't believe it's destroyed. She looks at the pile of glue and rubble that was her diorama. You can make it again. I don't really want to. It was a lot of work. She lumps down on the table next to a broken diorama. Aha! Spotted you! She snatched a bit of wood and holds it up to you. Right, bats! Bites! Looks at them this time, exactly like in the book. You give her a bit of a nod. So what's your plan? I don't know yet. But I'm going to find a rat that dared to destroy the Sting of Beauty. Proof I can show the teacher and be like... Yeah. Okay, so I got more investigating points that way. That didn't change. Okay, so now I can have lunch with Patty. Did I have lunch with Patty before? No, only with Bao and... Okay, I'm gonna have lunch with Patty. You decide to catch lunch with Patty. So, this is the lunch area where people get lunch and... a lot of the teachers leave their room open during their break, so if you want to not be outside, it's not that hard. There's a lab, the gym, the French teacher's class. No one really hangs out in the French teacher's class, though, because she's, well, you've met her. She's not so bad. She's a kook. How did she get a teaching credential? She's not so bad. You say that now, but wait until you have a few more classes with her. She sometimes makes us watch French movies without subtitles. Only she translates the confusing parts. Madame Bouvier is legitimately the worst. She flirts with all the boys, which is just disrespectful for a woman her age. How old is she? I don't know, old. She doesn't speak French, she just rants. And she keeps telling me I have to work on my accent. Every time I try, she says it's getting worse. I don't know what she wants. She's the worst! My dad says, oh, my dad is the sheriff, by the way. He says that I should make friends with her, which is not something I'm going to do. She's not friendly to me. Why should I be friendly to her? You guys, the sheriff people are nicer to you when they like you. She's probably jealous of you. I'm gonna ask that, okay? She's probably jealous. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been saying. Oh, well, that's what I've been thinking. I don't really have anyone to say it to or anything that wouldn't think it was a massive B or thinking that. Yeah. Oh, wait. Anything that wouldn't think I was a massive B for thinking that. Okay. Whatever, I don't want to think about it anymore. But you were the one that... I don't want to talk about it anymore. Tell me about you. The rest of the time involves our half listening to your own past. Okay. That's not a bad thing, right? Okay, I got points. And then we have there's a science class. Okay, so those are three just conversation. What's Evans working on? Doesn't matter. Hold very still. Did I went there? No. Oof. I'm gonna risk it. Ah, it's the same thing. Fuck. It's too bad that I have to redo the whole day every time. Okay, hit the snooze only once. Get up. You managed to pull yourself from the strong tendrils of the sleep demons and make your way to class. So what's happening now? Oh, it's Jill. Jill is at the top of the tower. Hey, you! A girl you don't know is trying to get your attention. Have you seen Professor Evans anywhere? He was in his office hours before class. I don't know who that is. I'm one of new transfer student. What's your name, cute girl? Okay. I'm one of new transfer student. I don't know anyone. All right, sorry. She seems a bit taken aback, clearly embarrassed. He's gonna be there later. Right, given you knew, you wouldn't really know where he is, would you? Well, I'm Jill. Nice to meet you. I'm the student TA for Professor Evans. He's been missing a lot of classes lately. Maybe he's in the lab if he's not in his office. I hope he's not working too hard. She was talking to herself more than you as she walked off, clearly lost in her own little world with whoever the Professor Evans is. Well, she's not late for class like you are. She might be, but she clearly doesn't care like you do. Off to FO 101, your first class. Managed to make it to class at the same time as everyone else. Alright. Head down, just chiming in when everyone else does. You managed to be one with the class, just a good first day should be. Teacher keeps going off on strange tangent, though. And does everyone know the date of the storming of the Bastille? July 14, 1789. Ooh, ooh, ooh! You see a girl waving her hand at the air. It might, like it might detach. She doesn't wait to be called out to shout out the answer. This is Vivica. It was 1789, July 14, in the afternoon. I think a famous prison that represented the old French governmental oppression. Famously, the Marquis de Sade wrote 120 Days of Sodom while imprisoned there. Wow. Totally unrelated. Merci, Vivi. The manuscript of 120 Days of Sodom was thought lost after the revolutionaries stormed the prison, which was found and passed around from private owner to private owner, until finally being published properly in 1904. Yes, however, after the storming, one of the keys from the Bastille was given to George Washington for having inspired the event. It's on display at Mount Vernon for anyone to see. Merci, Vivi. And merci, Vivi. There's a bit of a snicker from the student as Vivi has to be stopped by the teacher. Yeah, I mean... just the first sentence was enough. She didn't have to add 3 other layers. The storming of the Bastille was in many ways one of the brightest and darkest days in French history. The teacher continued on her history lesson, whatever it was she was talking about. Oh, this one is new, student. VVQ, the mistress of useless information. She has orange hoodie. However, the whisper starts, can feel ripple through. Soft half laughs and poking fun at the girl whose answers with such exuberance. The bell rings and all the students file out. Au revoir. Please do worksheet 42 from the workbook. Merci beaucoup. VVQ. Okay, so that's the same. That must be her bully or something. VVQ. Wasting everyone's time with boring information. What is Mount Vernon? A boring place where boring girls keeps all their boring books? Just leave me alone. On the way to your next class, you overhear that the making fun of VVQ continue. You don't think that's her real name. Tell the bully off, stay it out, and get to your next class. No, tell the bully off. Honestly, VVQ Hope, I thought it was interesting. What? I thought what she said was interesting. I don't think it was boring. I never knew it happened in the afternoon. The storming of the Bastille. Yeah, that. Whatever. You and VVQ can chat about stupid, pointless factoids all you want. Thanks. The girl's eyes darts around trying to look anywhere but at your eyes. Her voice seems to become a tenth as loud as it was in the classroom. Smart is sexy, you know. Who was that making fun of you? Just some girls. Why'd you let them talk to you like that? I don't let them, they just do it. Well, they're stupid. No, but they're not very smart. She gives a soft smile between her very soft words. The girl gets quiet, really quiet. She seems like she wants to say something. She just looks at you. It's starting to get awkward, or the moment you're about to say something, she speaks. My name's Vivica, but everyone calls me Vivi. Well, everyone I like. Make sure to call you Vivi. She nods. Over the late bell ring, look panic fall over her face. You probably have the same one. Let me see if this is the best answer for her. Smart is sexy, you know. No, it really isn't. Sexy is in the eye of the beholder, so you don't get to decide that. Margaret Ungerford has some wisdom. Who? Novelist. The girl gets quiet, really quiet. She seems like she wants to say something. She just looks at you. Okay, that wasn't the right answer. I really did think it was interesting. You don't have to say that. I'm not just saying that. The part about 120 Days of Sodom was really off topic. No, it was super interesting. I mean, I didn't know that before you said it. You're not sure if you know anything about it now. It was considered the lewdest book ever written for a long time. Yeah, it kinda was. Wait, what? Really? Yeah, really. The girl gets quiet. She okay. So I get a little bit of points, but I get. Great, talk to you later. Bye. She runs a lot faster than you. She sprints up to the next class. You end up pretty late to class. Okay. Then we have that. Stop to help her. I'm new in school. We did those. What's the other thing? Study. Mention that she seems good at French. Okay, I'm gonna try other questions to see if I get some investigation stuff. You speak really good French. 7. You say, despite not knowing any French. I know some French. You know some replacement words, but you don't really understand French, do you? I'm good at some French things, not the language though. No. Vivi looks away from you at that. She gets a small little smile. She does. I mean, she thought that was cute. It's hard. It took me 3 years before I started dreaming in it. You've been studying it for 3 years? It was a few other languages. I read about how Tolkien was a language nerd, and I just, well, you know. She drops her book onto her lap, arms crossed, resting her head in her hands. You have her full attention suddenly. So, new guy on campus. You know the riddle of the Stone King? I don't think I do. If you're faced with fighting the dragon or rescuing the princess, which would you choose? That seems like a strange question. Seems like a strange question, right? It's meant to test what you really desired. A happy future or an exciting time? I think how someone answers it says a lot about them. So what would it be? I'm gonna say rescue the princess. I wanted to, and I've been rescuing princesses since I was 3. You don't worry, that's a little old-fashioned. If someone needs help, I'm not going to turn them down. That's a good answer. She gets a weird smile. To me, rescuing the princess always seems like the right thing to do, but I don't know. I never see myself as a princess in the story. If that makes any sense? You nod. When I think of myself in the stories, I think of myself as the knight, and I do find myself wanting to fight the dragon. Most princes are dead weight anyways. I'm going to go back to reading because I'm running out of things to say without feeling awkward, if that's okay. It's such an earnest question, you have to smile and nod. She gives you the okay symbol and goes back to reading. Okay, that was cute. Alright, let's go talk to Patty. Oh, you've broken it more. I'm on a mission. A mission for proof. Proof? Patty nods, keep looking. Looking for evidence of this, okay, oops. I'm gonna say I don't think it is. You don't think so? Doesn't look right. It just kind of looked like splintered wood. I think it is. I think it's Red's spine. What about this one? Oh, she's holding the rat droppings. That doesn't look like wood. Oh yeah, it's a weird little black. Patty stares at it for a few moments and makes her face. I think that's rat. Yeah, rat poop. Ugh! She tosses the small turd-like thing away. That proves it. Nothing leaves rat. Yeah, rat. The rats must pay. Oh, I got investigative points with that. Okay. She nods as if it's the height of knowledge. Yes, the rats must pay. So what's your plan? I don't know yet. Okay, so I get some investigation points for that. Okay, so I haven't had lunch with Vivica yet. Okay, I got all the timelines here. Okay, I'm gonna have lunch with Vivica. You decide to catch lunch with Vivi. Though she's quiet in the line, and when you sit down, she's reading a book. You don't even know where she got it from. It was like it materialized in her hand. Clash and Sorrow. It looks like one of those fantasy book Clash based off some role-playing game. For a while, she eats and reads. It's unclear if she remembers you here. Cough to get their attention. If that one of those books based on role-playing games, anything fun to do on campus? Oh, yeah, sorta. She looks at you nervously, then brushes her hair behind her ear before putting up the book aside. Sorry. You can watch I Forgot About You flit through her brain, but it doesn't come out of her mouth. So this is the campus at lunch. People do whatever, really. You can even leave campus if you want. No one does. There's not really anywhere to go. Some people sometimes eat lunch at the top of the tower, but I don't go up there. It's way too scary and I don't think we're supposed to. I spend all my time in the library, or the lab mostly, but I'm a big nerd, so you know. Nothing wrong with being a nerd. I want to know about that book you're reading. Libraries are lame, everyone knows that. No. Nothing wrong with being a nerd. I wish more people felt that way. I think most people feel that way. I guess. But you can think what you want, I guess. I got a lot of studying to do. I should probably go do that. She kind of gets up and shuffles on it, perhaps the most awkward way possible. She stops to change direction and goes the opposite way. This is weird. Oh, so the other options are off the table because we get to lunch with Vivica. This is weird. I wanted that. Oh, I can rewind time like that. Oh, okay, it's a main timeline. Okay. Okay, so this is where I am. Okay, if I rewind, I see the relationship drop. Okay. not gonna get full once. So it points at another building, but it's the tower still. So I'm gonna go at the diner. So we haven't get it because I read it already in French. That way it auto skips. But yeah, you get invited by Patty and Vivi to go out to Danny's after school. This is where we go because they don't kick us out. I'm here basically all the time. I'm not at home. I mostly only come here with other people. I can't handle being in a restaurant alone. It makes me feel like everyone is watching me. It's one of the only times I'm sure that people aren't watching me. You really come here alone? Sometimes. You're so weird, Vivi. Sometimes. There's an awkward silence. Vivi is the one to break it. So, what do you think of Massville High? Yeah, what do you think? We will judge you. Their attention suddenly swivels to you. It's nice, it's weird. I think that your school is dysfunctional. Okay, I'm gonna say it's not. I think I went through all the other and that the weird was no. I don't think it's nice. It is nice. No, it isn't. Well, I think it's nice. I guess some of the people aren't always as nice as the school itself. Vivi just looks down while Patty says this. Vivi gets bullied a lot. She's a soft little flower that's wilting. I'm not. Then stop wilting! Patty reaches over and pushes Vivi playfully. Both girls giggle at that. It isn't long before the evening wears and the three of you say your goodbyes and you head to your dorms. You make it home. It doesn't matter because I'm still gonna have to rewind. So let's do the thing that I should have done before. Get up. You roll out of bed. Your clothes says already you're able to be on your way in only about a minute. You spend a few more making sure you don't look like you just roll out of bed. Now it's time to meet the other student. Your first period is waiting F101 in room A15 French class. Massive High, a school built on an old military air base. The buildings, the dorms you just left, and just about everything else are renovated military buildings. Built in 1942, Massville Air Base were technician filled for the Pacific Northwest. The military closed down in 1993. In 1998, the land was leased from the federal government, making use of the previously unattended and dilapidated military air base infrastructure. Massville High was founded. Some of the buildings look quite normal. However, at the center of the campus, the old control tower stands up in the fog like a lighthouse. It feels like someone is watching you as if you make your way to class. Bonjour, mon beau monsieur. L'enfer, c'est les autres. Bonjour, professeur. Tu es faible et un ver. Wait, what? You're weak and a worm? It's supposed to be salut madame, comment ça va? But I only have a few semesters of French. Bonne journée. Tu es faible et un ver. You should not say such things to a woman of marrying age and certainly not in peacetime. Huh? You are the new student, choose your seat. I might suggest Madame Bouvier, the French teacher, she comes off very French, which to a young man like yourself generally means confusing and oddly sexually charged. She points to a specific seat. Trust me, mon beau, this is the one. Something in her eyes lets you know she's not joking. It's probably the fact that she's the teacher. So you sit. As the students start to trickle in, the teacher starts her introduction. Salut! Je m'appelle Madame Bouvier. Enchanté de te rencontrer. I am Madame Bouvier, your French teacher for what you may well be the rest of your lives. The teacher is hard to focus on a girl start to enter the class. You always heard that French class was made up almost entirely of cute girls. At your last school, that had not been the case. It has been 13 boys and the old, very egg-shaped Professor Chaperon, who wasn't even French, he'd been Dutch or something. Each girl seems to get their own moment as they came in and took their seats, each of them taking their seats directly around you. Remember that we've been practicing. Introduce yourself. À la France! Salut, je m'appelle Vivi, qui craint de souffrir, il souffre déjà de ce qu'il craint. The first girl that comes through speaks with the confidence of someone fluent in the language. No one likes to show off, Vivi, and Jean de La Fontaine is a hack. The second girl's march in with confidence. This is Alicia. Je m'appelle Alicia. Is that all? Oh, liberté que de crier mon commun à ton nom. The generic teenage age angst rolls off her. Just see it, my young revolutionary. Je m'appelle Patty. Miss Bouvier smashed my diorama for 5th period, and I really want to try and fix it. Something about the third girl is weirdly wholesome. Maybe it's the way she seems to think m'appelle rhymes with my apple. Oh! That's what they were going for. Je m'appelle Patty. Okay. So yeah, that's what she said. That's what they said, that she had a shitty English accent, a shitty French accent. Je m'appelle Patty, Miss Bouvier. Je m'appelle. I didn't know that's what they were going for. When it's in French, there's no way to know that that pun was there. Okay, now I get it. Sit down, Patty. Yes, Madame Bouvier, right. Je m'appelle Bao. Madame Bouvier, I've heard rumors that... The last of the four, she's intense, like she's trying to play a newsroom correspondent of an old sitcom. Sit down, Bao. The rumors thought that suggest that you and the gym teachers are dating. Sit down, Bao. We have French to learn. I will note that you refuse to answer. 4 girls, each seats around you, the cardinal direction. You in the center. 4, your French teacher gives you a bit of a smirk. Now, last week we were talking about the French Dadaist who left this written on the Mona Lisa. She writes out L-H-O-O-Q. L-H-O-O-Q. L-H-O-O-Q on the board. Oh. Vivi raises her hand, waving it back and forth. However, she doesn't even wait to be called on. L-H-O-O-Q. It sounds like L-H-O-O-Q. Okay. In English, now that works. She is correct. This is a French pun. It means a burning in her bum. However, a better translation is she has a fire below, as the man who made the pun internationally famously explained. She is suggesting that even though you can't see it, there is a deep burning sexual fire deep inside this in every woman. This was important because at the time, yeah, she said the Melissa was horny. The teacher keep talking as other students come, introducing yourself. However, it feels like a small little world quickly develops around you. VVQ, always trying to show off. Just because I read and you don't. Alicia reads comic books, probably. Alicia mostly reads novels. Ha! Kettle Black. I had one of those books with the hunky guy on the cover laying around. You what? You brought a book like that to school? Which one? So you're the new kid, right? It takes a few moments for you to realize she was talking to you. In fact, all 4 girls starting at you suddenly. Je suis un étudiant actif. The teacher is kind of weird. Yes. Okay, so that doesn't score any points to anybody if I talk like that. Okay, so the teacher is kind of weird, isn't she? You don't know the half of it. Once she did a whole class on belly dancing outfit and all, claiming it was a cultural right of hers thanks to some kind of racist mumbo-jumbo about the World's Fair. That was not my favorite day. Although it was rad. I think she's sleeping with the gym teacher. Ha! He wishes. She's nice, but often in her own little world. Says the queen of the hairheads. At least I'm queen of something. Instead of what? What are you, Steve McQueen? If he was a badass instead of a bitch boy. New guy, let me show you around the school during break. Sure. She wants you to take notes for her. Huh? She probably wants more than that. Salut, Master Jake, what the hell is this? Hello, Master Jake. So glad you can come here. It's a demo of a dating sim, basically, that is going on in school. So we're inside the first... Okay, yeah, dear God. So yeah, basically it's called Date Z. The reason it's called Date Z is because we are 5 days before an apocalyptic outbreak, basically. And we know so far that it's been a rat that was introduced to the school, and he was the carrier of a virus that turns you into a zombie. And basically, we have 5 days to save the world or prevent the zombie outbreak. And basically, we have to do so by finding a date before Friday. So the demo is around day 1. So I've been looping to see what's the deal with all the girls. dot, dot, dot. So, yeah, right now we're in French class. We introduced to 4 girls. And, 4 very different girls. We have Patty. She's a bit of a bimbo, but she's very girlish. Her dad is the sheriff. And she's the pro-family girl. Don't leave, Master Jake. Don't do me like that. What are you doing? You're killing me, Master Jake. So yeah, she's pro-family. If the why what? Why is this a thing? I don't know. It's funny. I like to unravel weird and quirky things, and this fits the bill. So yeah, let me introduce you to the 4 characters, okay? Bear with me, okay? Patty, she's the bimbo klutz, daughter of the sheriffs. If her dad had anything to do with it, she would marry the first guy that would go to church, you know? And she would say no. She's still very... she's doing her best at school, even though she doesn't have lots of marks. She has an inquisitive mind. She knows what she wants, and she's good with a gun, apparently, because her father is the sheriff. Then we have Alicia. She's the jock. She has half her skull shaved off, the other very long hair. She is very feminine, even though she has the muscle-toned body of a guy. She's still very feminine. And she's the jock. She likes to be teased. Basically, her love language is hitting people in the face with a volleyball. Then we have Bao. Bao is like the school journalist. She has she has embraced the trope of a 1930s news reporter, the fedora, the press card on her ribbon, on her fedora hat. Always a notepad on her hand, always carrying a camera, an old-fashioned camera around her. She's taking notes. She's too inquisitive, too much intrusive. She eavesdrop, like you would find her in a locker, not because a bully shoved her there. She just for hiding in the locker, eavesdropping, taking notes. And then we have Vivica. She's the school nerd. She's the first top grader in class. She likes fantasy as well. She has some pins of swords, shields, axe. She has a pendant of a D20. She's into Tolkien and other stuff, but she can't help info dumping. You know, the nerds, like we ask her questions and then she derails and talk about other stuff. It's gonna be between Patty and Vivica, because I'm always have a soft spot for a nerd, and she's blonde. She's quite good looking, but she's very awkward. Patty, yeah, you love the nerds. Patty, she have lots of drive, but she also wants a family and cook like the traditional getting married, having children, stay at home, cooking, like the traditional stuff. Her only flaw is her dad. Like she can be a klutz sometime. Like oops, like oh I broke my diorama and stuff like that. And yeah, I think all of them are being bullied in a way or another. Like Alicia is being bullied by a fling, like one of those jock guy. Oh, she slept with him once, and he's groping her ass and stuff like that. Bao probably have an affair because she's bi. She had an affair with another girl, and I don't know why she's bullying her exactly, but she says in the defense that okay, at least I'm not a coward when it comes to my sexual orientation. Like probably she had a fling with a girl who don't want to admit that she's into girls. And then we have Vivica, who's been bullied by other girls because she's being Vivica. So now we have those four girls who are sitting all around me. Okay, so I can rewind. When I first have my first timeline, nothing happened. And then I got bit. And then after that, somebody created a time machine that made me relive the day. For some reason, I can rewind across the timeline and have some changes and stuff like that. All I know so far about the girl who invented the time machine, she's also the one who's doing the radio announcement on the pirate radio school network. Like her bandwidth is basically 5 blocks. Just really need to know how the hell getting a date is going to save the world. Yeah, me too. The game is not that expensive. It's going to be on my backlog. I'm definitely going to buy that. But not now, because I have more games to play. I've been sitting on Chrono Cross for 2 years. I'm going to finish it. And then it's going to be Trails from Zero. And I realized, like, have you heard the news? You may consider Class of 09 as well. This game is pretty easy. It's on my radar. It's on my radar, but I have so many games. I have 36 games to plow through. Like, let me check. Okay, there's some PlayStation 4 games that cannot be ported. These are going to be my priority, and those games are Whispering Willows, Dreamfall Chapters, Caligula Effect, Talos Principle, Final Fantasy X2. So I need to play at least Final Fantasy, you know. On the last week of June, I wanted to play To the Moon. It was finally ported to the PlayStation, and it was one of Super Blind Man's special requests. I said maybe, and on his anniversary of him passing away, I'm going to play that game. So yeah, of course, on the 27th of June, I'm going to play that game in honor of him. So there, and so yeah, just with those games, I'm booked until July, until August at the very least. So in August there's gonna be Gothic Murder, Omori. Did I wanted to play Garden Between? It's on there. I don't know why. I put Far Cry New Dawn. Oh, the Pizza Delivery Guy Who Saved the World. Coffee Talk 1 and 2. Not for broadcast. I want to play with Not for broadcast. It's accessible, and there's good reviews for that as well. So yeah. So Patty is saying, Do you know anything about model building and glue? I keep gluing my fingers together and it's really annoying. Vivica, nail polish remover will dissolve that. See, the chemical acetone acts as an organic solvent. Vivica, no one asked. New kid, don't let these dweebs show you around. Yeah, let me know if you want me to. That is quite enough, all of you, Madame Bouvier, the French teacher. Please focus on the lesson at hand. Ahem, as I was saying, the way that sexuality and art intersect is as close as humanity comes to the divine. The rest of the class is not boring, however, you don't think you ended up learning any French of much of anything else. So basically, when she tackles her French class, she tackles more about French culture than the language. Like, she would be the kind to show a French movie without any subtitles and she would translate the confusing part. Okay. Okay, let's see. Do I have any? Okay, I have a description for everybody now. All right. So at first glance, Patty is a real girly girl and a damsel in distress. She's the daughter of the local sheriff who is overprotective and believes that she should find a husband at the nearest church. This attitude that someone rubbed off on her as she would like to have a large family to cook for and lead a calm life with. At the same time, she has a keen eye for details, she's inquisitive, and she worries about her grades too much. While she tries to be kind and nice, that sometimes backfires. She was raised with guns around her and she knows how to use them. She frequents a local shooting range with her dad. Vivica, textbook bookworm. She loves to read and it shows that she's easily one of the most knowledgeable people in the building wherever she goes. She spends most of her time at the library instead of hanging out with people. This has rendered her socially awkward and a bit of a know-it-all, which annoys her peers and teachers alike. She has been bullied in the past and she tends to escape into her own world, reliving the epic adventures of romance she indulges in during her free time. Alicia, extremely athletic tomboy who plays on the volleyball and basketball teams and often spends her time at the shooting range, firing the biggest rifle she can get her hands on. She is volatile, even aggressive at times, and she does not allow anyone to look down on her. Cynical and sometimes mean, she has managed to establish good relationship with some fellow students, but she generally appears as if she doesn't care what people think. She believes that losing at anything is a sign of weakness and she drives herself hard, but she is starting to realize that victory is often hollow. And then Bao. Inquisitive? At times annoyingly so, she gives off the vibe of a 1930s reporter, fedora with a press pass tucked behind the headband, camera hanging around her neck, the whole 9 yards. She appears to be living in her own world, often exaggerating the events she writes about and sprinkling them with a touch of sensation. It doesn't matter if the story is to be published in the school newspaper or on her own blog, she is desperately trying to find a conspiracy and offer jump to conclusion without any reason to do so. So we have 2 bars. We can score 2 kinds of points with her. Investigation points and relationship points. Basically, investigation is related to the truth of what's going on, the story behind the apocalypse, and the relationship is basically the romancing, or because it's a dating sim, you know? So you actually make it to PE class on time, though changing into your gym outfit takes you a bit, so a lot of kids are already gone doing things. As you walk onto the gym, you hear a woman shout, "Get out of the way!" which gets you to look directly at the volleyball that bounces right off your face hard. What is worse, you make a squeaking sound like a little girl. Now everyone is laughing. "I told you, get out of the way! Did you not hear me, squeaker?" So that's Alicia. She looks sexy in her gym outfit because she's showing a lot of muscle. She's very toned. So we can either let it go, which will lose relationship points with her, or get in her face. She respects you if you get in her face. Angry with rage, you march right up to her. "What was that?" "My killer spike? There's no defense other than your face, apparently." And then, there are 2 relationships thing that goes up. Either "I bet your face could stop a lot of things," or "my face is better than your whole serve." Or "that really hurt." I don't want to use that. I'm gonna say "my face is better than your whole serve." Because I bet your face could stop a lot of things. She's gonna say, "What? You calling me ugly?" Did I? Wait, what? My serve is impeccable, and your face is above average at best. So the PE teacher blows his whistle very loudly. That's enough, both of you. Now apologize, shake hands, and find a team. So this is the typical fat black dude who's the coach. Alicia shakes your hand and stares you at the whole time in a way that's surprisingly intimidating. Her grip is really strong. Sorry, the ball went wild. I was aiming for the back corner. Her apology sounds genuine, huh? Yeah, okay. After PE class goes as normal, until the volleyball bounces off the side of your head painfully. I thought I said out of the way, Squeaker! The grin on Alicia's face is friendly, though so is her tone. It takes a moment for you to realize that the ball had hit a lot softer than the first one as well. So she did it on purpose. She aimed at you face for purpose. So that's her flirting. So we're already at 9 points of flirt with her. The rest of the class goes smoothly. Passing through the main campus after PE, everything seems to have gone pretty well until you turn just in time to slam into another student. The young woman has been half running around, holding the diorama up and about, and it's clear that the diorama took the brunt of the attack. It had probably been a wind farm before the collision. Now it looked like a diorama of a smashed bunch of cardboard. Oh no! Stop to help her or keep going. You bend down to help her pick up the pieces. I don't even know it crumpled like this. I thought it was sturdier than this. Let me help you. Thanks, a true gentleman. Despite how annoying it must have been to have her obvious class project smashed, she seems very happy to have the help. The two of you collect the very sticky and very broken bits of plastic, cardboard, and plaster. I never get the answer. Do people really think do really say things like a true gentleman? Oh, I'm losing a point. No. Oh, right. She looked like she might be blushing as she looks away from you. But they should, at least I think they should. I mean, what's wrong with being nice to people and helping them and looking out for them and protecting them and making them feel safe and all that kind of stuff? Like, just because they don't, doesn't mean they shouldn't. She takes a deep breath, stares at the broken wreckage of her work. Okay, I can rewind. Oops. The other thing is like, what did this used to be? 2 points. A wind farm, a tiny one. A tiny fake one, I mean, kind of. I put a lot of work into this! She gets a dark look as she stares at the remains of a diorama. I'm supposed to give a presentation on great power. The whole thing's even spun. I spent a lot of times on this, like a lot. Hours. I don't even know. I mostly worked on it while watching TV. She takes a deep breath and stares at the broken wreckage of her work. All right. So we gained a little bit of points with saying that, but the other choice was better. But that's okay. Mostly horrible. The smile you get from Patty makes it momentarily embarrassment for having crushed a diorama worth it. 7 points. Okay. So can talk to Bao. I know, okay, so we have Patty and Vivica at the library. Alicia is at the workshop. And Bao is at the school. So we're going to go see Bao. You decide to hang out with Bao while she works on her stories. So, what are you working on? A real humdinger of a story. It's about the top rivalries at our school. Well, it's a whole series I've been doing. Massive highs, massive rivalry problem. I haven't got the name of the series yet, but I have 2 pieces done, and I'm working on this one here about Vivica and Jill. The 2 of Massiveville's highest best students that have been at each other's throat for weeks. She checks a note. A week, at least. I've been following it for a week. I think it went on longer than that. Vivi, as the source prefer to be called, thinks that Jill is being taken advantage of by our science teacher. She's probably not wrong, but she's also jealous. Okay, so if I ask what is Jill working on, I get investigation points. If I ask how much eavesdropping does your work take, that's relationship points. And then you have what do you care about all this? This is gonna be my negative points. I'm gonna check. What do you care about all of this? Yeah. Did I gain point? Oh, only 2 points. Care about what? This whole thing you're talking about. It's news! 2 of Massive High's best and brightest are having a tiff, and the teacher who might be overstepping his bound is in the middle. It's got everything. Love, hate, friendship, fighting, and someone who's abusing his power. It's clear that the last one is the part that really bothers her. If there's one thing I dislike, is someone who takes advantage of the power they have over people who don't have any. So now I get one investigative power out of that. So I guess that answer gives a little bit of both. I think they're cracking. The key's cracking this whole case wide open. Bao bites the end of her pen and she gets into an intense look on her face. He's finding out what Professor Evans is really up to. After that, she gets a bit of a far-off look. This school is a powder keg, and he's giving off sparks. You feel the silence after that goes on for a moment. Do you always talk in cliches? So we can nod like what she said was cool for a relationship, or go along with her and says, someone has to douse him before it's too late. Oh, I lost points. Do we always talk in cliche? Oh, do you mean do I always talk in a poetic and fiery way? Sure. Yes, it's not my fault that most people, she looks you up and down, insist on using such simple and pedantic word choice. She gathers her stuff. I'm going to eavesdrop outside the teacher's lounge. You enjoy being verbally uninteresting. Oh boy. She was giving me a dirty look. She gives you a devil-may-care smile as she packs up. I'm going to eavesdrop on teacher's lounge. Don't follow me, kid. You crap my style. Alright. So I get an investigation point. At any time I can rewind and see what can I access. So that way I can see like the optimal path to get the most out of everybody if I want like the most point out of people. So right now I'm playing Bao. Okay, I'm gonna get all the girls. I still have some time. Okay, I'm gonna go with Alicia. You spot Alicia in the metal and wood shop part of the school. She seems to be working on something. She's cutting a large piece of metal with what seems to be a saw that's going straight through the metal. It's a round buzz saw. The sparks are pretty cool. She fishes up the cut and turns the saw off, sending her own safety equipment to the side, wiping some sweat off her brow. It's hard to deny she looks good when she sweats. Just stare at her, you know, like a creeper. Just try hello, roll up and try say something cool. It'll go great, maybe. Okay, let's try this. You walk up with a swagger, nutting your knuckle on the table. Hey there, Sparky. Sparky? Yeah, because of the sparks. You point at the saw. Ha ha ha! Do not call me that. Why not, Sparky? Okay, I won't. Or what are you working on? What are you working on gives us relations. I want to try other answer. Why not, Sparky? Because the last guy who called me Sparky, well, And she points at the saw. You jump back as Alicia turns the saw on. No safety goggles on, no power. Okay, so that's the coach. So the coach is doing also some substitution. The school is lacking in teachers, so the PE is doing all the substitutions. Oh, I went back too far. Sparky, because of the sparks. Okay, I won't. Good, I hate nicknames like that. So, Squeaker, wanna see something cool? She motions you to come over. You stepped over and you jump back as the buzz saw turns on, startling you. Haha, you're so timid. And then no safety goggles, no power. Sorry, coach. Alicia keeps her eyes focused on you and she apologizes to the teacher. Wait, you're the shop teacher as well? He looks the shop room sometimes, coach. The new kid is bothering me. Hey, transfer kid, stop bothering her. And Alicia goes back to whatever project she was working on as the teacher shuffles you out of the room. Okay, so I get to choose 2 girls and whatever's happening at the gym. So I guess if I want to see what the hidden thing is, I have to not focus on the girls here and go for that first. Because during the first playthrough, I went to the tower and there was nobody there. And then when I get there on the second time, the girl was there. But what else can there be? I think I'm gonna try to go on the tower when Jill is on the tower. So I guess it's gonna be on the first snooze bar. So at the very beginning, the timeline can be split into 5. No, into 4. Get up immediately, hit the snooze button once, hit the snooze button twice, or hit the snooze button 3 times. Hitting the snooze button once will give you right on time, but like just same as everybody else. Snooze button twice, a little bit late, and 3 times, the teacher has to come and get you. So you peek into the gym during the break. Kids seems to be mostly using the PE gear to play around. At first you thought they were playing dodgeball, but they just seem to be doing lots of things with the balls. Mostly throwing them at each other. So it's like dodgeball, but basically just playing ball. Hey, new kid, the PE teacher calls you out, then checks his notebook. Right, they didn't give me your name. They didn't even give me your name. Why do I always get last week's sheets? Did you know we've won 3 straight state volleyball championships? So all those 3 reasons doesn't matter because they're going to bring the same outcome. So are you telling me this for some kind of reason? Do you care what I have to say or you're just talking to talk? Championship don't matter, you know. It doesn't matter because whatever I say, the coach does not even slow down as he talks over you. His practice at shouting down teenager is clearly top notch. I wanted to be 4 so badly. Alicia, she's my chance. She's the key. If only she wasn't so volatile. He turns and stares into the trophy case. There seems to be an empty spot next to 3 other trophies. I need this. I need this to make sure people remember me after I'm gone from the school. They'll look at this trophy case and think, that coach got 4 of those. You don't have anything to add, though you do wonder why if he's having a midlife crisis. You'll be gone in 5 days, bro. The zombie apocalypse is coming. Well, I have no idea how in 5 days I'm gonna be saved from the apocalypse, because it's the demo and it stops only at day 1. But I can't wait to figure it out. It's gonna be magic. Get this. Whatever you're doing, new kid, don't get into teaching. It seems good. Summer's off, steady pay, get to hang out at school all day. No one notices, no one cares. Sensing that none of this is pertinent to you, you back out of the gym slowly. All right. History class. After the break period is over, you take your way to history class. Guess who? Greeting class! Coach! You look around the class in a double take as the PE teacher seems to be at the front of the room. No one else seems surprised by this, so you assume it's normal. Written on the board is the name Mr. Cogswell. You assume that it is the PE coach or history teacher or probably their name. So what is he? What is he? So that dude is Mr. Cogswell. If everyone can open the book to Vivica, page 306. Is that where we left off? No, but it's a good starting place if we're going to actually get through the subject matter before the standardized test. Yeah, okay. Who wants to start reading on page 306? Alicia, Vivic you? Nobody asked you. Vivi just sticks her tongue at Alicia. It seems friendly. You get the feeling that Mr. Cogswell doesn't give history the same kind of energy he gives PE. The rest of the period is just people taking turns reading. However, you keep getting distracted by giggling, shifting sounds. However, whenever you look back, it's just Alicia and Bao sitting in the back corner. You can't shake the feeling that they're doing something interesting with one another whenever you're not looking. Class ends well before you actually see anything, but you thought you saw them rubbing legs under the table. They might have been kicking each other, but your young teenager mind prefers to assume the most erotic possibilities. Now we see an image of them, Alicia holding a bloodied bat, Bao holding a gun, and they're French kissing. They're obviously murderous lesbians who will kill their teacher and escape to Canada. Class is over. Are you okay? You look like you're drooling. Patty breaks you out of your daydream after you wipe off your face and shuffle off of the classroom. So there. So there are a lot of stuff you can do here, but I don't know what does what. There's one thing I haven't done yet. Cannot find what it is exactly. So there's outside of school, there's at the gym, there's the lab. I'm gonna try this. Oh, that's French class. You peek into the French class during lunch period. Ah, mon beau, come in, come in. It's an empty classroom. The teacher seems to keep it open during breaks. It's kind of weird no one is here. Tell me, transfer student, do you believe in magnets? Believe they exist, believe they have magic powers, or believe they're cool? I believe they have magic powers. Oh, yes, yes, yes! I got one of those magnet watches, and now I no longer have the chicken legs in the morning. It makes me wonder if maybe putting a big magnet under each student chair would increase student health. What? Oui! Like a magnet under the chair to help keep the blood happy. I think I will suggest it at the next budget meeting. Truth is, if I want them, I'll have to buy them myself. The school will never pay for anything. Sensing that the teacher was willing to keep talking to you about magnets, you slowly back out of the room. Okay. Let's go here. You check out the gym during lunch. Kids are hanging around. Some are playing games with the dodgeballs. Hey, transfer student! He puts his arm around you. Is so much larger than you are. How do people get this big? You seem shocked to see me in history class. You seem shocked to be here. I was just expecting it. Do you teach anything else at the school? Do you teach anything else at the school? More often than not, yes. When I got my degree in physical education, I never once dreamed I would be spending most of the time teaching history or math or science. I have a passion, you see, a passion to keep the bodies of our community strong. A strong community starts with a strong youth, leading them to understand that it's not just about the body, but about the mind and the attitude. I want to help every student become something great, that perfect moment of form and function, the transcendent glory of athletics as art. Like Alicia. Oh, Alicia, my savior, my goddess. She's my chance at glory. The greatest setter this school has ever seen. 4 championships in a row. Has it ever been done before? I don't think so. They might make a movie about me. Something direct to TV. Mid-afternoon. Very inspirational. As I win the gold for the 4th time. Don't you mean Alicia wins? What does it have to do with your teaching other classes? That's very impressive, coach. Don't you mean Alicia wins? Alicia? Yes. You steer clear of Alicia. She's trouble. She's wild, like a panther, or maybe some kind of a mutated lion, bigger and more ferocious than a normal lion. She put up a boy in the hospital for hitting on her, and he died. I'm not making any of this shit up. She put a boy in the hospital for hitting on her and he died. For a moment, you're truly shocked. Okay, he didn't die. But he got kicked so hard he lost a testicle or something. Really disturbing stuff, kid. Got it so hard. He lost the... So steer clear, okay? And I have to teach at least 5 periods a day to qualify as a full-time teacher, but there are only 2 PE class in the morning. So I fill the rest of the periods with whatever the school needs in any given trimester. There, that's it. Now get out of here, kid. Stop wasting my time. You really don't know what he means, but you take the opportunity to leave. Okay. Alright, I want to go there. Wait, is that... Oh, that was the one that I'm missing. He died. Alright, I got them all. That was the missing thing for that period. Now I'm only missing that one. So hard to get. Okay. So I'm gonna go outside the school. Yeah, that's Jill. You see a girl looking through a book and furiously writing. At first, you think she's doing homework, but then you see... Oh, the new transfer student, right? You seem busy. Yeah, I'm supposed to make sure the class stays on track today, even though Evans will be out. Aren't you a student? That's his job, isn't it? Looks like a lot of work. It is, yeah, a lot of work. I mean it. Like, Mr. Cogswell, the PE teacher, will be the substitute, probably. He normally is. So I'll just be helping him. Yeah, Evans is really busy, you see. He's working on something that's going to change the world. And I really need to read all of this before lunch ends, so sorry, but... She kind of turns away from you and gets back to work. And there it is. Science class. You're the first one. However, things are chaos. Everyone, this is Jill. Everyone, can you please open your books to page 303? You heard the girl, page 303. Everyone, move it. The PE teacher blows his whistle loudly, getting the chattering gaggle of kids to quiet down and focus up. Okay, now we're working on... Ooh. We're working on the basic chemical reaction lab. It's actually on page 306. The tone in their voice is unmistakable. Yes. Turn to page 306. The temperature in the room drops about 5 degrees. You heard the brainiacs! Page 306! Get to it! We'll be going over some basic chemical reaction. Everyone is going to need to put on goggles and know how to use the eye wash station. The eye wash station is right over there. Holy hell! What kind of turbo torture device is this? Have you ever used or seen met one? It's for washing your eyes if you get something in them. I'd rather lose my eyes than put them in that. Whew! Yeah. Vivi, who is sitting right next to you. Wait, are you her lab partner? She huffs and talks low enough that probably no one else can hear. A student teaching the class. It's ludicrous. Especially when she's so frazzled from being out with Professor Evans' special project. She can barely keep herself together. Evans is taking advantage of her. Giles is smart, but she's not smart enough to see that. Teacher shouldn't take advantage of student. What's Evan working on? Or is PE the teacher? Is the PE the teacher an idiot? I'm gonna show you, since you seem to like the guy, Master Jake, I'm gonna choose, is the PE teacher an idiot? Mr. Cogswell? Vivi looks over at the PE teacher. He's running the eye washing machine. Seriously, this thing is just no good. It looks like it's designed to scoop your eyes out like ice cream. I wouldn't call him an idiot. She gives you her best diplomatic smiles. I want to go back because I think teachers should take advantage of students. I think that boosts our relationship with Vivica. I just want to make sure. Yeah, only by 2. They really shouldn't. Evans is just making Jill do all his real work, and if he does accomplish anything, she won't even be mentioned in the final paper. It happens all the time. Okay, we're supposed to be doing this. Now see, she switched to, she removed her glasses to put the goggles on. I mean, she probably doesn't need her glasses to see what she's doing, but I would. I would put the goggles on top of the glasses. I know it's not comfortable, but, you know. Okay, so you're supposed to be doing this. She points at the book. It looks like a lot of word and colored image to you. It's horrifying. However, I think what I want to try is something like... She flips forward a few pages and it looks 6 times as scary. There's so many colors and things. Wait, is that a skull and crossbone warning? So, we'll need... Here, put on these goggles. Put them on. You put on the safety gear as Vivi does the same and start to gather and mess with the chemicals. It looks like something out of a cartoon. She talks while she's doing it, but it's hard to keep up with. So, as this is a base, we need to be careful. We don't want any volatile reaction. So, Shlo, can you hand me the next one? Step 31. It's over there. Hand her the pink chemical, the green chemical, or the clear chemical. Doesn't matter which one, it does the same reaction because she did a mistake. You hand her the pink chemical. Vivi takes it and pours it carefully into what she's working on. Wait, this is... Now she's looking at the vial. It is at that moment you realize she's been pointing at the red chemical all along. You hadn't even seen it. And it is at that moment that you realize you knew. You fucked up. Oh well, what's the worst that could? There's an explosion! Thankfully, it's one made mostly of foam. It comes gushing out of the container in front of Vivi. Ah! She stumbles back right into you, foam going everywhere. Both of you fall as the world goes dark. Oh, come on now! Get up, you two! This is such a mess! This better get cleaned up or the school is going to blame me! You can hear just fine, but you can't see. Is there foam all over your goggles? You reach for them, but you find something else. Warm, soft, and... Hey! She's on top of you. You realize this. You have a moment when you realize that she's sitting on your face. So now you have a choice. Shove her off or hold very still. So, which one you want to pick, Master Jake? Come on, Jake. Don't be shy. Tell me what you really want to do. It's okay. I know what you want to say. You hold very still. It's nice, warm, and just a good place to be. But eventually, though, she managed to get herself off and jumps up. If you shove her off, you lose a lot of relationship points. Apparently, she was enjoying herself. Naughty, naughty. She's a naughty girl. Naughty, naughty girl. She manages to get herself off and jumps up. The world returns. Vivi is covered in what looks like some kind of foam and standing in the middle of the class. Everyone is staring and laughing. Eventually, you both get to cleaning. That's what happens when you go off the book. Vivi doesn't say anything back to that. She's too embarrassed, but she clearly wants to. Yeah, that was her fault. Said we were supposed to be a Dix experiment, but she wanted to do something more thrilling, more interesting. And that's what happened. The moral of the story, kids, stay within the curriculum. By the time the mess is cleaned up, the bell rings. On the way out, Vivi doesn't look you in the eye. Sorry, I should have made sure you knew it was what I was asking for, but did you never mind. She rushes out of class before you can ask what she meant. Oh, this is new. This is the thing that I wanted. Oh, we're going to the diner with Jill. Jill invites you out to dinner near the school. Since I didn't score any points with... Oh, I see. I didn't score any points with Patty because usually it's Patty with Vivica or Alicia with Bao. But I need to score enough with both of them to trigger that. Since I didn't do that, I trigger the after school event with Jill and the radio girl. So the radio girl has very long black hair. Half of her face is covered with her bangs. She's wearing a beige hoodie on top of her face. She looks like the kind of girl who follows conspiracies and stuff. She has light green eyes. And she must be Jill's friend. Anyway, Jill invites you to the dinner in the school. This is Danny's, not Denny's. Danny's. There's some memorabilia in the back, some vinyl discs, some electric guitar from the old days, a lot of license plates, a wheel, horns, but I don't know which horn. It's probably it's either mammoth tusks or horns from an ox or some sort of beast I'm not familiar with. Anyway, so welcome to Danny's. It's the only 24-hour restaurant in town, so a lot of the kids come here. Oriana. Yeah, lots of burnouts wasting their lives on these boots. Yeah. This other girl, Oriana, she kind of invited herself. She seems to want to bother Jill about whatever she's helping Professor Evans with. So, Evans project. It has to do with the white cell development? Who told you that? You did, last time we talked. Did I? I've been pretty tired lately. So what exactly is he working on? I can't say. Jill, come on, lay off her Oriana. Maybe the professor's working on some kind of monster. Okay, I'm gonna try all the answers. Because this is probably the date to boost the investigating part of the story. Because I believe Professor Evans has something to do with the mutated rat that caused the zombie apocalypse, you know? Jill, come on. Come on. Look, come on. Stop it. Oriana, come on. I promise. Come on. He's trying to cure a very horrible nerve disease, okay? Yeesh. Oh, yeah. We saw the guy, the ginger guy with the cane. Of course, degenerative disease. nerve. If it goes wrong, it turns into a zombie-inducing pathogen. Oriana nods in a weirdly serious way. So, what do you think of Evans? As, you know, a person? Why all the interest? Probably the most interesting thing going on in this sleepy town. His research is going to change the world, right? Well, he is very smart. So he's always saying. Don't be like that. He's a bit short with people, but he used to be a serious college professor. Yep, I know. You'll see when you actually get a class with him. He's one of the smartest people I ever met. And I've met me. Jill gives a bright smile to you, and she almost pulls off the force of personality to make that claim. After some bottomless soda and a bit more chit-chat, the three of you say goodbyes as you head to your dorm. I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna check all the options. Maybe the professor is working on some kind of monster. No, it's nothing like that. He's trying to stop a degenerative disease. Oh, that worked. Oriana stays at you for much longer than is comfortable after you say that. So, okay. Lay off for Oriana. This is about you. Not yet, at least. She doesn't want to mention it. I can defend myself, but thank you, Oriana. Sure. Oriana kind of looks off and pretends to examine the window. Okay, so they're still talking about the professor as a person, but yeah, if we back off, I think we're a losing point with Oriana when it comes to figuring out the thing. Heading to the dorm. Just want to check the timeline. Yes. So the only thing missing is that part of it there. But yeah, you make it home, well, to your dorm room, which is going to be your home for at least as long as you go to the school. It was quite a day, but maybe there's a place for you here. You're tired though, so you see something move in the dark outside your window. Taking a closer look, you see it's a small animal. A rat? The rat stares at you for a few moments. It looks weird. You don't know why, but that rat sends a shiver down your spine. It crawls off into the night, and then just darkness. You're probably just letting things get to your head. Try to get some sleep.